Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua Olusegun Adetomobi. It's my pleasure to welcome us to estimation of cassava supply response in Nigeria using panel regression methods. The starting point is to set my working directory, session, set working directory, choose directory. My directory is supply response folder. I open it. So this is the folder. And my interest is this cassava casdat.csv. So let's import the data set straight away. Import. So here we are. Let us look at the column names for the data sets. So these are the column names. We have the year, which runs from 1991 to 2022. States, which covers all the states in southwestern Nigeria. This area measured in hectares, output measures in tons, yield measures in tons per hectare. This is the price in local currency, which is naira. Then this is the trend. Those are the variables of interest for this study. So let's load all the necessary packages. We need tidyverse to manipulate the data, panelr to plot the panel data charts, PLM to analyze the panel regression, then table 1 for data description. All right. So let's start by describing the data. So in this case, I want the yield, area, output, and price data statistics for various states. This is what this one is actually saying. So let's run it. So here we are. We have the data set for Ekiti, Lagos, Ondo, Osun, and we have their mean standard deviation, medium, minimum, maximum. We can see the evolution of the data over the analysis period by plotting the panel charts. Let's start doing that using yield variable. So we have, the function is panel underscore, but we have to first create the panel. So that's what I call TF panel. That's panel underscore data, that's the function. So the ideal is the state, while the time dimension is here. So we have the state as the cross section. So let's run this. Run. Good. So let us plot the yield for various cross section. Run. So and you can see this clearly in figure 1 here. So this is what we are seeing here. So this is figure, sorry. So this is figure 1. So we can see the evolution over the analysis period. But the next interest is to look at the growth rates of the yield. So let's come here. To get the growth rate, we fit exponential growth model. So here we have the exponential model for various states. This for EPT, for Lagos, for Hausman, and for Oyo. Then we use Stargazer to obtain the publication ready table. That is what we have in table 1. So let's run it up to where we have table 1. So this is here. So good. So Stargazer is just to ensure that we export all those models for various states. And we have everything in just one table. That is table 1. So let's look at the results in table 1. Okay. So this is the growth rate of cassava yield for the various states. So our interest is these coefficients. So apart from states, we have increasing trend in other states. So let's go back. So we can repeat the same thing for area and price. So for area, just as we have done, this is the so, and that will give us figure 2, so the area. Then we try to obtain the growth trend over the analysis period for all the states. So that's it. And we use Stargazer to obtain publication ready statistics in Word document formats. So you have done that correctly. Then let's move and see how the results look like. So here we are. This is the land area for various states over the analysis period. And here we have the growth rate of cassava. So our interest is these coefficients. And here we discover that we have increasing trend for all the areas, increasing trend in area for all the states in southwestern Nigeria. So let's move forward and get the same thing for price. So for the price variable, so here we are. So this for the price, so we have also the trend. So the trend also. And when exported to Word using Stargazer is what we have. So now let's move forward. So this is the price. You can see that we have increasing trend for the cassava prices across all the states in southwestern Nigeria. Then the growth rate. So our interest is these coefficients. So, and that will take us to the panel regression itself. So for the panel regression, we need 3 packages. We have PLM for the regression. We have LM test for diagnostic tests. And we have Stargazer for publication ready stats. So let's run this. So to avoid running spurious regression, because in our situation, the time dimension is greater than the cross section. We have our T is equal to 32, that's 1991 to 2022, while the cross section is just 5. So we have Ekiti, Lagos, Ekiti states, Lagos states, Ogun states. Okay, we have 6 Ekiti, Lagos, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo states. So those are the 6 states that we have, whereas our T is equal to 32. So in that wise, to avoid running spurious regression, we wish to look for unit root in our panel data. So to do that, let's start with the yield. So we try to obtain the log of yield. So here we have PUR test is the function. So we do it with the intercept alone first before we examine for kind of trend stationarity. So let's run this. Okay, sorry, let's pick it from definition of the cassava yield in log form. So we can see kind of stationarity at levels. So because our p-value is actually less than 0.01 here. Again, we try to do that using trend. So here we are. So which further confirm stationarity at level. So we repeat that for price. So for price, so we generate it in log form. We examine the stationarity using intercept alone. Then again, we use trend. So now we can look at the results. So let's check the result. The result is presented in table 1 clearly. So we can see in both cases, we don't have that problem because both are stationary at levels. So which gives us some confidence to continue with our panel regression methods. All right. So let's now run through the panel regression methods we try to adopt. So we start with defining the panel data itself. So that's p-data.frame. So forecast that. So the cross section is states by the time dimension is here. So we run it here. So we try to apply GMA, 1 step, 2 step. That's where we started. So it's for 1 step. So these are just warning messages. So we look for that of 2 steps. Let's run it. Then we have the random effect model and fixed effect model. So we lack the dependent variable 1 or 2 years, and that of price also for 2 years, maximum of 2 years. So then there's a random effect. So this is the fixed effect model here. So let's run through. So we try to conduct the Hausman test. We actually perform some tests on the DMF because the result of the DMF, the test for autocorrelation always come up with the actual results. So we examine it. We discover that they are not as good as random and fixed effect models. So, and in order to know which one to choose between fixed effects and random, we perform the Hausman tests. So Hausman tests. So for the Hausman test, we can see that our p-value is less than 0.01, in which case the fixed effect is preferred, which is our Z4. So we now try to look at cross-section dependent tests to test for cross-dependence among the cross-section that is among the states. So we try to look at that. Yeah, the result is actually showing that there is no serious problem of cross-section dependence, but this is at 10%. But all the same, we try to correct using a coefficient test approach. That is, we want to obtain a better standard error. So we look at that. And but by the time we look at the results, it wasn't, oh, that's fine. So which means the final result is actually based on one-step GMA, two-step GMA, random effect, fixed effect. But for discussion and policy, Z4 should be used. So then this is just to export it to Microsoft Word. And let's look at the results. So here we have, sorry, that's not the results. So here we have the results for the 4. So our interest now will be this fixed effect model. So, and the interpretation is super clear. So I think this is what just the analysis is all about. So please, let's read between the lines, and we can practice using our own data or this data set. Thank you very much.